Hey guys, it's Brendan Ayer. Before we get started, if you like the show, make sure you subscribe, rate it, review it. All that stuff helps. Follow us on social media, Shitbrains Show on every platform. We even got YouTube. We got a Facebook group. And if you want bonus content, go to patreon.com/shitbrainshow. And if you have questions you want answered on the podcast, hit up shitbrainshow@gmail.com. Enjoy the program.
My brain is shit, man. It's shitty. Like it doesn't function properly. It just does whatever it wants. Life's still pretty good. This is Shit Brains.
What a lie.
And we are rolling.
Oh, hey guys, welcome to Shit Brains, the podcast where we normalize people with shitty brains, mental health issues, people like myself. Jimmy, I got a lemon for a brain. I was born with a horseshit brain. Guess what?
Can't get your money back.
I am excelling.
Yes, you are.
Going forward, moving on, and that's what we encourage these people to do through our stories. You're shit yourself.
So bad.
You're just a sack of crap for a brain,
Just
Jimmy Graham.
sucks.
Yes. Now, we are joined today by one of my all-time favorite guys. He is a comedian that will just knock your dang socks off. Originally, I believe, from Cincinnati. Could be wrong on that.
Those pearly whites that'll shine on into the universe.
He's got teeth. Like they just took a rubber band and taped a bunch of chiclets to him, and then strung it up in his mouth like the clothes out to dry. Sam Evans, Mr. Sam Evans is here. Sam, how you doing, man?
Sam, hey.
Yeah, it's me. It's old chiclet mouth. Hello.
Now, are you familiar? Do you know? And we got a boatload of segments to get to, but do you know that these Hollywood guys? They're all doing veneers.
Yeah, everybody in Hollywood has fake teeth. You can spot them too. Like if you ever see somebody with veneers in real life, it is noticeably. It's just a quick second where you're like, "Man, you got great teeth," and then you're like, "That's too great."
Yeah, because they're not only are they too great, they're like five. For some reason, that not only are they too white. They're like 5% too big.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, fuck it. Just a little, no one will notice if we just make them slightly too big. And then it's like, you don't when they're on camera. But then if you meet someone, you're like, that guy's teeth are too big.
Yeah. So you ever meet a motherfucker whose teeth are so white that you can't trust them? I have.
You have?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, here's the thing about veneers. I think you got to get like your real teeth like ground down to nothing.
Yeah, little fangs.
And then they pop them over. Is that true, Sam?
Yeah, they pop. Yes, and I'm glad you came to me, the dentist comedian.
But
is that true? Guy who doesn't know. I do think that's how they do it. Yeah, and I agree. They look flawless, but just a little too big. If you ever watched The West Wing, Martin Short in The West Wing as President Jed Bartlett has a full mouth of veneers, and you're like, maybe that's just what the president's mouth is.
Wait, hold on a second. I've never watched The West Wing, but I thought that was Kevin Spacey.
No, that's what's the other show?
House of Cards.
House of Cards.
They made Martin Short the president?
In The West Wing,
That seems like such a stretch. Isn't he Jiminy Glick?
No, not Martin Short. Oh, did I say Martin Short?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That'd be a completely different show.
Martin Sheen.
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Sheen. Yeah, Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Gina.
Yeah.
What are them motherfucking nuclear codes?
Yeah. I was like, Martin Short, are you sure? I never.
Man, I was way off base, guys. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
That's why we go to you.
And then it's wild when you see, like, you'll watch, like, Monty Python or just, like, really any movie from, like, pre-1990. It doesn't have to be British. And you'd be like, holy shit, like, normal people's teeth are fucking disgusting. You know,
Yeah.
like our teeth, like all three of us who have kind of normal, like pretty good teeth, throw us on the big screen. You go, I'm going to vomit at their teeth.
Fuck, dude. Look at our social media. They do these like close-ups, and I look dead. I look like I died 2 weeks ago. My fucking teeth are yellow. But not you, baby boy.
No, Sam's got great teeth. Those are nice chompers. Now, what were you doing dental wise growing up? Were you a big dentist guy? What were you doing? Braces? What was going on there?
I had braces twice growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah, worth 100%.
Yeah.
And then I actually had, this is true, I had a underbite, but it wasn't my teeth that was causing it. It was my whole jaw. So when I was 18 years old, I had what's called maxillofacial surgery. So they sliced open my jaw, moved it back. So I have I think 8 to 12 titanium screws in my mouth. They just
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
did it.
I never took you for the kind of guy that would get work done, but that's interesting. That's interesting.
And you know what? My parents presented it to me like, "Oh no, your jaw's clicking. We need to fix it." But
Yeah.
looking back on it now, it's like, no, I think you just told me I should get work done. It's like a young kid.
I think you were calling me ugly.
Yeah, they're like, "We're not. This kid's not going to make it with
That's
this
like,
freakish jawline."
That's like my Irish grandfather. He literally, to his dying day, would tell you that he dropped out of school in 3rd grade. And it's like, yeah, that's not dropping out. Like, no one told you about 4th grade. You know what I mean? Like, you just, like, you don't have the ability to, at 3rd grade is so young. Like, no one would go to school at that age if someone didn't take them to school. And he would just be like, dropped out, wasn't for me. And it's like, that wasn't, who gave you that option?
I like picturing him with like a little pack of cigarettes in his rolled up in his sleeve. He's like, nah, principal, I'm going to work in the mine.
Sam, this is one of our hot news segments that the people are going fucking nuts for it.
All right.
And I like to get both your feedback. I do. It's called 10 in 10. And what happens is I write 10 jokes in 10 minutes. That's the goal. Never have gotten there yet. Today I made it 10 in 1401. So That's pretty good. That's 10 jokes in 1401. So I'm going to give them to you guys. And
last week's was great, Sam.
Is there a topic to the 10 and 10?
Just, you got to get 10 jokes done in 10 minutes. And it's fucking hard, man, because here's the thing. You start stalling on one, and then you realize, I'm fucked. Like the time is building up. 10 jokes in 10 minutes is not easy.
No.
It's not easy.
No.
You did have
all.
a couple gems last week, though.
Yeah, every week I have a couple gems, okay? I mean, last week was the first one, but you're going to say again, this week you're going to say gems. You heard some gems, okay? So if you guys will oblige me.
Please.
My favorite was cats and dogs.
So yeah, last week's winner was I thought it was raining. I went outside, I thought it was raining cats and dogs. Turned out it was just water. That was the whole joke. So it's a lot along those lines, you know.
Yep.
A lot along. There's not a lot of time for setup, you know.
It seems like your wheelhouse for this is the most esoteric Norm Macdonald type weekend update.
I think I think they're inspired by Norm Macdonald's death because I and I don't do this in my stand-up, but this 10 jokes in 10 minutes, I say them in a Norm Macdonald type cadence. So I think he died, and I was like, I got to be doing bad jokes on my podcast, you know? Here's one. I do, I don't know if you know this, Jimmy. I do jujitsu, you know, I do jujitsu. Trust me, I'd love to switch to Christian jitsu if I could find one. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Jiu-jitsu, you know?
Yep.
Once I knew a lady who it was so ugly. You know how ugly she was? You guys know how ugly she was?
How ugly?
How ugly was she?
She was so ugly. She put her hair in a bun, and it was a man bun. I don't know what that one means.
I don't know.
Once, Sam. Once I was sitting on a plane, and they were spraying it. They were spraying the plane down with defroster. You know, and defroster. You know, and I said, man, I hope nobody runs under there with my birthday cake.
That one sucks so bad.
Yeah, that was.
Because it would take the frosting right off of it.
Yeah, that one. I'll say lovably bad. That one.
He runs under it with a birthday cake.
You never can know if Chinese people. Sam, I'll tell you this. Here's the thing. I'll tell you this, Sam.
Before you finish, I'm so excited for whatever comes next.
Are horny?
No, you never can know if Chinese people are racist. You know, because nobody can understand that gobbledygook. You know what I mean? They could be saying anything over there. Nobody speaks it, so they can say all sorts of racist
You
stuff.
could tell. You could tell.
I don't know. Now this is a sad story. Actually, I don't know if you guys knew this about me, but my dad, he used to put out a belt and a wrench on the bed, you know, and he'd make me pick. You know, he'd make me pick, and I always picked the wrench. You know, and people say why, and I say because we were fixing the pipes, for Christ's sakes. You know, what was a belt going to do? You idiot. It's from Good Will Hunting, you know? You guys seen Good Will Hunting?
Yep.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say, like, no one likes a belt up the ass.
Oh, that's good, too. That's good, too. But, you
That's
know,
pretty good.
this is my segment anyway. But
I'm punching up a 10 and 10.
Some people say it's about the motion in the ocean, but I think it's about how long and wide your penis is.
Hey, you know what? That's the gem so far.
Yeah.
I know a guy. I know a guy that once. I didn't know if you guys know this about me. I know a guy that once killed a squirrel with a baseball. You know what I mean? I do, and that's true. Try looking him in the face every morning, you fucking assholes. It was me.
Oh, you killed a squirrel?
Yeah, by accident. So fuck you.
With a baseball?
Yeah, I thought he would move. You know, like birds and cars.
Yeah.
He didn't.
That was more just like a weird confession.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, because it was 10 for 10 and it was a time constraint. It wasn't even me. It was a guy I was with.
Sure.
And
make it more immediate.
You carry that guilt.
Well, no, because I think like when you're a kid, you really don't believe you have the power. Like it does seem very unlikely that you would hit a squirrel with a baseball. Like this was at a distance of 30 feet. Do you know what I mean? Like as a kid, I don't think
You'd have enough velocity on it.
Well, I think you throw it maybe and you think, well, I'm not going to hit this squirrel. And you hit the squirrel and the thing was going into seizures and we had to put it out of its fucking misery. So,
yeah,
you
because
know.
they're agile. You're like, it's gonna move.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. And so, I mean, if you're listening out there and you're a young child, you know, don't do that. There's three
If you're
different.
a young child, you probably really love that penis
Yeah.
joke. I bet. If you're
Yeah,
Christian jitsu.
yeah. My wife, Jimmy, she wanted to do it missionary style. You know, did you know that?
Yeah.
So I moved. I'll tell you what I did. I moved to the Philippines and I befriended this young boy. You know, he was like 11, and his name was Francisco. You know, and I would teach him some of the more fun stories of the Bible. You know, and I would take him to such things that his family couldn't afford, like ice cream or the water park that was normally reserved, you know, for the tourists.
Right.
And so I slowly sort of befriended him, and then I told him it was God's will that we should pleasure each other. So,
It's you and Francisco.
yeah. So but my wife was the one who suggested it. So I said I didn't want to do that. So, I don't know why you guys are looking at me like this.
Yeah, that's not on you.
That's not on me, Sam.
Yeah.
That's my wife said missionary style. That's what they do, right? The missionaries.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife. I like to watch, I think we're almost over here. I like to watch YouTube videos of those Russian fellows that hang off giant antennas. Mm-hmm. You know them? You ever see that genre?
GoPros.
Oh,
on their
you
head.
got to get into it, Sam. There's these Russian guys. They climb the tallest things there are to climb, which are antennas, and they just hang off of them for a while. And those guys should be the world's top celebrities, Not this Gordon Ramsay.
That is the top celebrity.
Well, that's what I think the joke there is. A guy who assumes Gordon Ramsay is the world's top celebrity. It's not good,
Yeah, Wolfgang Puck.
Yeah. Now, there's 3 different kinds of clouds. I don't know if you learned this in school, Sam. You got cumulus, stratus, and the one where you get all the celebrity nudie pics. Because there's a leak in the cloud. I think there was a leak in the cloud. That's been 10 for 10.
10 for 10, baby.
10 for 10. Now, Sam,
We got one gem out of there.
what do you mean we got one gem? That was a field of gems.
I like the missionary
Field of
style.
Gems.
One gem? Do you do 10 for 10 next week?
Next week I'll
It's
do 10
very
for 10.
difficult.
No, I know. Fucking hats off, buddy.
Yeah, let me give you a good one from 2 weeks ago, Sam. You're going to like this. I'll tell you a really good one. Or from last week. Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Dude, my 10 for 10 is going to suck so bad.
Did you know this, Sam? The Beatles, they said all you need is love. Tell that to my uncle. That guy needs a kidney. That's one of mine. That's been 10 for 10. Now, Sam, let me tell you, I've been depressed. I'm back on the rug, Jimmy. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah, I'm
buddy.
back on the rug. When I get
That
depressed,
sucks.
I sleep on my rug with all the lights on.
I don't like that.
It's a weird depression move, but I've been doing it for years. It's been my go-to for years.
With no blankets, by the way.
No
He's
blankets
fucking
or
anti-blanket.
pillows.
He just lays on a
Nothing.
rug.
So I got my
Just bareback on the rug.
yeah,
Face
just,
up.
just on the rug. Now it's a nice rug. Now that's one thing that's improved in my life. But I will say this: what I think is happening right now, like I'm doing pretty well, like mentally. I'm doing pretty well. What I think I'm going through a phase of career jealousy, which I think we all like. That happens in this fucking industry where because you go on. I guess maybe it happens in all industries. I shouldn't say it's specific to comedy, but you go on social media, you see everyone's the best of, and I say, why don't I have that? And so I guess what I want to ask you is like. So I think right now I wouldn't even call it depressed. I'm like legitimately just sad because I'm getting down about those things. How do you as a great how do you avoid like feeling, I don't know if jealousy is the right word. It's almost like just it's feeling like you're not getting what you deserve. How do you avoid those feelings?
I don't.
Yeah. Right.
There's a couple things I'm doing lately that help with that, which is I started because you can't not be on social media. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's a fucking addiction, and plus you have to like be on there for this, that, and the other. But I have started doing a thing where I'll wake up in the morning and I'll set my phone timer. Before I look at my phone at all, I'll just put a timer on it for like an hour, and then I can't touch it until that timer. So I have to be not on my phone the first hour of the day, And then that helps because normally what I would do is just pick up my phone and lay in bed and scroll through a lot of that shit. And I think a lot of people do that. And I think because that's what's putting all that jealousy like in your head, right? It is that people's highlight reels over and over and over again. And you're just like, well, fuck me. What am I doing? You know?
There is like that moment too, though, in stand-up, like where you first realize you're like, oh fuck, this isn't a meritocracy.
Oh,
it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, of course. But that's but it's still like I remember like I remember a few moments where that like initially hit me. But that doesn't make it any easier. Sometimes, like sometimes I have good. It's interesting. I really almost like fully backed out of social media. I was getting heavy into TikTok, and I like TikTok in that. What I like TikTok for stand up is
all the young pussy, right? Right, my guy.
Well, that's what's crazy about TikTok. It's like I'll say like dick in a joke and get like banned for like 2 weeks, and it's like, you understand this is a twerking based platform.
Yeah,
like what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like this is built on underage women doing sensual dances to you know, like it's fucked up.
It's
but
like a Chinese app to steal all of your data.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the amount of just like raw sexuality that is injected into a lot of these dances.
Oh
and then,
my God!
You say dick, and they're like, "No, get out of here!"
No way! No way! Replace that immediately with a video of a 13-year-old from Virginia fucking the floor.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's crazy. But what I think was freeing about TikTok, and I like had some success on there, was that as opposed to like every other social media, it was showing my shit to people who didn't follow me. So I didn't need to follow anyone. So I was just going on there, throwing stand-up clips up, and then kind of watching them throughout the day, like if they did well or not. But I wasn't going on anything else. So I wasn't kind of seeing where anyone else was at. And then I think lately I've been feeling sort of a disconnect from my friends in New York and like the industry in general. And I've been a little bit more browsing Facebook, browsing Instagram. And it's that feeling of like, I guess it's just like, I mean, if you really boil it down, it's like just being left out. Where you're like, I think I should be part of that, you know? Like, I think I'm doing a good job. Why am I, you know? And it's so you
moving back home probably did a lot of that to you too. 'Cause it's like a completely different thing.
Well, no, moving back to Cleveland actually initially was like, I mean, that was part of the reason I moved, was because so much of my livelihood is my road work in the Midwest. And I was so caught up in like comparing myself to the New York scene that just getting out of there was like kind of a weight off my chest. Just like, oh, I'm on my own. Like I'm out here just writing jokes, going to clubs. Like this is great. But now I think now it's starting to catch up where I'm like, shit. Like I gotta be going back there sometimes and stuff like that. So you start the day with an hour of no phone time. And then, I mean, I don't know. I guess to me, you have always seemed like a very level, like a very thoughtful guy. Is that something that is true, or is that something, or are you good at sort of just keeping you know whatever angst you have it inside or private?
It's, I think, reasonably true. It did change. We talked a little about this before, and we don't have to go into it, but I did go through a breakup in June, and I did notice that was like just a mental readjustment for me. I started going to therapy again, and I realized right after the breakup, I was like, oh, my anxiety is just skyrocketing. You know what I mean? And that sort of made me realize like, oh, I need to like figure out, it's not like it's going to go away ever really, you know, but it's like, I need to figure out how to manage this to a better degree on my own. And So yeah, post breakup, that was the first time that I was like, okay, I have to actually think about how I'm gonna manage myself mentally.
That's crazy to me. Just handling it healthy like that, going to see somebody, because I just go self-destruct. I go fucking let's crash this plane.
Yeah.
Sure, I did that for a long time too.
Not like Jimmy. You never did it like Jimmy, Sam. You're looking at one of the best at that type of deal. You're a respectable man, Sam. You're not a dirtbag. Okay.
I suck so much, dude.
Jimmy just told me. Prior to this, he just goes, I could probably sew this, right? And he just points out a giant cigarette hole in his jacket. No, you can't sew that. You need a pat. He fell asleep. He's going to die like a 65-year-old housewife who lives by herself.
Fell asleep with a cigarette. Were you inside or outside?
In bed.
You gotta stop smoking in bed.
17 hours, baby.
Yeah, he sleeps for 17 hours. He not to mention, nobody here is asking the question that nobody wants to ask, which is why full winter coat on in bed, which I think your gas got shut off.
My gas did get shut off. My 42-year-old roommate named Spider moved out in the middle of the night.
Sure, that'll happen.
Spider.
Yeah, he took.
He went up the water spout.
Yeah, Spider took the fucking ice cube trays, man.
Yeah,
that's a low move. That's a low move.
That's a real low move.
Guy comes home, he can't make ice. You know, that's rough.
Just like see your breath cold now.
Oh,
no, it
God,
rules, dude.
dude.
But yeah,
you gotta
keep it up. You'll be able to make ice anywhere in the apartment.
Yeah, cool. Exactly. You just find ice on the window panes.
Let's just start baby steps and just think about, this is my smoking place and this is my sleeping place, and let's keep them separate, you know?
It's intermission time.
Hey guys, it's Brendan. Sorry to interrupt. I just have to tell you, if you like the show, we do a bonus episode every week, plus tons of other content. Go to patreon.com/shitbrainshow. All right, back to the action.
We're happy to have you with us tonight and hope you'll come back often.
Yeah, I go hard because I'm going through a long breakup too.
Well,
Sure.
This is the first I've heard of that. About 27 episodes in, you never once goddamn mentioned that. Sam brings up his. Now you're also going through a long breakup?
Yeah, kind of.
It's so crazy. Here's the thing. Here's what. So, Jimmy's the best. One time, Jimmy, I asked him why he thinks he was so fucked up, you know? And he said because his sisters used to make him listen to
Usher
CDs. That's why he thought he was so fucked up.
No, and beat the shit out of me.
Right? And then on the episode 2 weeks ago, he goes, I'm going to talk about this thing. I don't know if it has any effect on me today. I couldn't tell you. And just his babysitter growing up tried to kill him. Fucking suffocated him till he turned blue and he had to go to the hospital. And he thought he was crazy because his sisters made him listen to Usher. And a fucking woman attempted to murder him. And he brought that up like 12 episodes in, as if that might be possibly related to his issues. So now let's hear about this breakup you've been holding. Go ahead, Sam. Go ask away.
I just like, you thought you remind me of a girl was the thing that you're like, yeah, I'm fucked up. Just 'cause of that.
Yep.
That's smooth shit. And not the choke marks on your neck.
My way.
So I didn't know you were going through a long-term breakup.
It's been a long time, but I was kind of rekindling it with my ex, and then just got fucking caught being a dog.
Cheating. You were cheating.
But we weren't together.
Yeah. Well, that's not cheating then.
We were
What a great way to say cheating. Were you cheating? Well, I got caught being a dog.
Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't, but I did get caught acting like a dog.
Oh, dude, it sucks. I hate that. Like if I could take a pill and just not be horny ever again, That would rule. But she does the thing. And tell me if you guys have ever been through this. You ever a girl that fucking goes through your phone? Ever?
No, I wouldn't allow it.
Never.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck CIA training she has, but she just somehow figures out a way to get into this motherfucker. Normally it's me passing out with it wide open. But she got into this thing 2 nights ago and just saw an indictment on my soul. You saw the thing I sent you the other day.
Oh yes, yeah.
Dude, I got invited to spit roast a chick on LinkedIn with her husband.
I mean,
whoa,
yeah, on LinkedIn.
This guy sends me this thing, and LinkedIn. Who comes at you on LinkedIn? And then also, what a crass. I found that to be so crass. If you're trying to get double teamed by your husband and another guy, you know, put some romance into it. Don't say, she literally said spit roasted in the thing. She said spit roasted. And it's like, you don't have to say that. We know what's going to happen. Just say, what if we all got together and, you know, see where things go? Something, you know, leave something to the imagination. Be a person. To say, come spit roast me, and then you got to be like, well, which end? You know, which end of the spit am I? The vagina or the mouth?
My husband and
I like that you found it on LinkedIn and spit roasting someone. You literally could not be more linked in. Literally linked in. That's the raw definition.
Yes.
So me and my husband are doing better. So are you single? Would you want a spit roast? No homo, no cuck. My choice of dude.
I love how she starts with me and my husband are doing better. As if like back when they were doing not good. We can't do a spit roast then. So keep in mind, this is wild. So are you going to do this?
I was actually, we were doing good. Me and my ex. I was sleeping over there.
Well, were you spit roasting? Yeah.
No, we weren't spit roasting good. But doing pretty well. And then I have this fucking tendency where, like, as soon as I feel any kind of positivity, or like I was feeling pretty good, and then I just fuck it up. I find a way to fuck it up. I self-sabotage. And then she saw that shit.
Here's the thing, man. Though this isn't healthy. Well, first of all, what if you go over there and there's just a fucking leg of lamb on a spit roast, and you go, shit.
She's like, no homo, no cuck.
No homo, no cuck. Things are better with my husband. Welcome to the spit roast.
We're having a great time.
But this isn't healthy on both your parts. She shouldn't be going through your phone.
Yes.
And you, if you're serious about getting back with her, need to be honest about like where you guys are at. Are you fucking with other people? Are you not fucking with other people? Like, you need to lay those ground rules. And I think it's pretty. I say I'm weigh in here if you will, but I think you're probably not out of the picture. I think you got to just say, hey, look, I really care for you. I didn't realize. I thought we were just like kind of being casual here. I didn't realize this was going, back towards where But if you're interested in that, I would be interested in that, and let's set some boundaries. Like, right? What do you think of that conversation?
Yeah, it's worth at least like reaching back out and saying that, and I think also, I mean, it's also worth it to like really look at yourself and be like, maybe I'm just somebody who isn't great with like the strictest sense of monogamy,
Yeah.
And talk honestly with whoever about it, and just be like, listen, I think I can commit to somebody, but like sex is something I need to be more open, Some people do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's I do have problems with being honest, like in that way. I don't know what it is. It's like some fucking like it's like I'll deny it till the end, like that kind of shit. If that makes sense.
Well, it's hard if you love someone and you make the if you really love someone and you make the mistake of cheating on them.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people would say, like, if you love someone, it's impossible to make the mistake of cheating on them, and that's bullshit. Anyone can make that mistake, Like, I mean, not anyone, but like people make that mistake when they love someone. It's very hard to not lie about it because the fucking repercussions of telling the truth. With a lot of people, the repercussions of telling the truth are relationship over, you know? So, like, I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's a hard thing where, like, when I was younger, when I was growing up, and I was big fucking just horny, you know, like super horny all the time. I think I had this idea. I had this fucking idea that you would one day meet the one, and then you only want to have sex with her, you know? And it was so easy. Yes. And then I grew up and realized, oh, you one day meet the one, and then you still want to have sex
Fuck
with
her sister.
you want to have sex with everyone you see, and you literally have to choose not to. You have to say, no,
yes,
I don't do that. I only have sex with my wife. And it's like, and it's not, I'm not saying like I deserve a medal for not cheating, but it is like, it's not what I thought, you know? It doesn't happen where I thought like your dick is just like, we're here, you know, like we've arrived.
It never happens. And I was like so long into my life before I had a long-term relationship that went like more than a year. So I never really I remember vividly a friend in New York, I won't say his name, but has a wife. And then one day we were out walking around. He wasn't being a creep, but just a lady walked by and he goes, man, it really doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. The urge, like I love my wife wholly and completely, and I can tell you that I want to have sex with other women. You know, it's
kind of the level where I'm like, where like Amy and I, where it's like allowed to go is like flirting after shows when I'm on the road. And like, if I could just see a camera on myself, I bet it's the most pathetic fucking just sad little, like, you know, talking to these like hot 22-year-old girls, like, really, you did think I was funny? Like, oh, cool. You know,
like the Lunchables bit.
Yeah, which bits did you like? Like, you could, let's talk for like a long time. It's just like fucking pathetic, like, you old loser, you know.
I have that too. I think that like, because I haven't really crossed the line that far, but it is like a lot of like the feeling like, oh yeah, I could still fucking pull that chick, like that kind of, or like I could still pull that.
Yeah.
And it gives you like validation, but yeah, I've never had a clean breakup because I always fuck it up. I self-sabotage, and
I'm not a big man. I have a hard time. I don't know, breakups. I have a hard time. I'm not one of these guys that's good at. I think most of my exes I have amicable relationships with, but I'm just not one of these guys that does well with being friends with my exes, you know? Like, sure. I don't really want to be around them. Like, I go to a show if they're there, you know, like if we're both comics or whatever, but I don't want to hang out, you know? Like, I know some guys that do that stuff, and that's hard for me. I just find it to be...
I'm in the midst of that right now. Yeah. My ex is a very funny, nice person, and I think really highly of her, but for the time being, I was like, hey, I just don't think we should, like, see each other, and it's not... because I think there would be like a huge problem. It's just like, oh, this is painful.
It's hard. It's fucking hard, man. It is hard. Like, it's nice at least. I think what's nice, that anxiety you were feeling and kind of like taking it on. It's nice to know. Like, I find with anxiety, as someone who has anxiety problems, I find knowing the cause to be such a benefit. Like, knowing what's causing your anxiety really helps you start to tackle it. Because, like, I for years had so much just fucking, like, free floating, and still do, like, free floating, just fucking constantly feeling guilty and anxious, and, like, kind of working through and, like, figuring out it's like all this shit from when I was a kid helps you to be like, oh, this is that again. This is because, and it's not true. Like, it's not this is like, because I was never good enough, and it's not true, you know? So kind of knowing where it comes from, I think, is helpful. Have you, I don't know, where are you at today? Like, where are you at feeling about comedy, about life, about relationships? Give us the full tour of Sam's brain.
I do feel good. I think I started to like, I I've been like, the other thing is like working out more, and not even to like look good, but like truly like that will take my overall just sea level of anxiety down like significantly. And then, yeah, I agree with the knowing and dissecting like what it is and why you're feeling anxious has helped me a lot. The other thing is like trying to be a little bit nicer to myself. You know what I mean? When you talk about like comedy and like seeing other people and being like, what the fuck? Why do I not have that? Why am I not doing it? And you realize like it's not a meritocracy. So it's like you can't hate yourself for things that you don't have, or at least you got to like recognize like, oh, hating myself isn't helping me ultimately,
Right,
you know,
right.
Which is like something it's taking me a while to unlearn. But it's like, no, you can be nice to yourself and still strive to be like better and have more success and this and that. Yeah.
That's one thing our friend Anthony DeVito kind of helped me with, was kind of like, well, yeah, like go ahead, like look at what everyone else has and get mad if you want. And he was like, it's a complete waste of your time. You know, like there's absolutely no reason. It's just
being pissed about it.
You're being pissed about a thing that you have no control over and no way to affect, and also says nothing about you. And so it's like this total waste. Which, I mean, knowing that and being able to accept that are two different things. But you know, the interesting thing about the working out is. And you look great, by the way.
Thanks,
but
all those hot ass dudes at the gym, sweating it up,
Jimmy,
swinging those big ass ropes, looking like an Adonis.
Did I ever tell you? I walked into a gym. I was on the road somewhere, and I walked into the gym, and this guy. I walked into the locker room, and this guy was walking naked, like usually, you know how a locker room is usually a 2-door system to avoid like peekage from the outside,
or there's like a turn. There's like a wall.
Yeah,
you
or a turn.
go around.
Sure, turn or a 2-door system. So I'm expecting that, right? And I walk right in, and it's not that system. It's an open floor plan design, and this guy is walking no towel with just a fucking humongous, like the biggest penis I ever saw.
Boner?
No, just a flaccid fucking flopper, you know?
Nice.
And I literally went, "Wah!" And it was so bad because he looked at me, and I just had to like, I didn't even like, there wasn't even enough time to like pretend I hurt my toe or anything. Like I just looked. The only time I had to think was like I just looked at the wall and pretended I was saying it about something on the wall. It was just like, well, clearly he knows I was saying that about his cock. Yeah. And I don't know what to do.
If you got a cock that gets like a audible response,
yeah, dude,
from people, he gets that all the time. Also, if I got,
I don't know if he gets.
If
he gets guys going all the time.
Yeah. If I had a genie, by the way, that'd be my first wish. Is just to be able to enjoy that once. Just have somebody look at my dick and go, ah!
Wait,
so
your
awesome.
your first wish wouldn't be to have the bigger dick?
No, just one time. Yeah. I don't love
just
myself.
a guy saying that about his little dick. Oh, I think I fucked this wish up.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
What's your second wish? Condoms that fit me properly.
Well, at least there's no way you ruin that guy's day, though. You know?
No, I mean, he was probably stoked. You know,
He fucking moonwalked out of there.
His dick was. I mean, but he knows it. It's like if you have, like, because this thing was probably like 9 flaccid. You know, like that's a big dick.
Really?
That's a huge,
dick.
humongous
Yeah.
dick.
Who is our enemy? The enemy of the show? Biggest dick in the world?
Oh yeah, Jonah Falcon.
Jonah Falcon.
There's Jonah Falcon, lives in Brooklyn. He's got the biggest dick in the world. He's not a porn star. He's
An
just a
enemy
guy.
of shit brains.
Why is he our enemy? I forgot.
He's my enemy.
Yeah, Jimmy hates him. I don't mind him, but he claims his big cock ruined his life. It's real weird.
Yeah, I fucking hate that dude. I can't stand him.
These two hate that guy. I don't mind him. He seems all right.
Do you remember? I'm trying to remember his name. Michael
Shockey.
Shockey?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy did comedy in New York. Nice guy, but also did porn. And that was his day job. And he used to have business card. And I didn't know this was a thing that a lot of male porn stars do.
And Sam, I still don't know if it's a thing that a lot of male porn stars do.
That is true. Yeah, even as male porn stars go, Shockey, sweetheart, but you're like something's a little loose upstairs. He had a business card with his info on one side, and then you turned it over, and it was just his cock running lengthwise down the card.
Yeah, and
fuck yeah.
So here's the interesting thing about Shockey.
Yes.
First of all, there's a famous Shockey story, to do late night at the comic strip. They made this bullshit fucking live streamed American Idol type show, and they'd have 3 other comics judge it, and if you got passed, you got passed to do late night. And Shockey auditioned, and Patrice O'Neill was like, okay, that wasn't so terrible. How long you been doing it? And Shockey was 7 years. And Patrice, and this was on the internet for years. Patrice just goes, 7 years?
Oh, no.
You gotta quit.
Oh,
just fucking told him to quit to his face.
Oh, fuck.
But here's what happened to Shockey.
I couldn't handle that.
Oh, dude, it was brutal. And Shockey, man, he was bad. Sam's the nicest guy in the world. Shockey was not a good guy.
He was not good at comedy.
But so he would get, first of all, our friend Jeff Wescherschmidt, who doesn't really do stand-up anymore, but is super. He's this guy that was a St. Louis guy. It was so funny. He had this bit.
Really good.
He had so many killer bits. And I think he just you see this in comedy, guys that are great, but just kind of fade out of it, decide they want to do other things. But man, he had this bit about Doogie Howser where he goes, Doogie Howser could never be a real doctor because there'd just be a line of guys around the corner going, hey, doc. No, he said there'd be a line of kids around the corner. Oh, yeah, Doogie Howser couldn't be a real doctor because there's be a line of old men around the corner going, hey, doc, something's wrong with my dick again. Or a line of pedophiles around the corner. But Wescherschmidt had so many, I butchered his bit, but so he was friends with Shockey, and he would show you Shockey's porn clips and just be like, look how red his dick is. Because it was all red for some reason.
I love that you put it on
he
his business
He was
card.
an Egyptian fella, but his dick was all red. And
Rudolph style.
Yeah, he was really ugly. Not a good looking man. I don't know if you know this, Sam. Shockey, the parts he would get were so when a porn star would put on her website, win a chance to fuck me, they don't actually let a fan fuck them.
Yeah.
But they need a guy that looks like he might be a fan.
He would get that?
So he would get all those gigs where
Nice.
they're this guy looks like a nerdy fucking dork, but happens
I
to have a
always
huge
wondered.
cock. Yeah, but happens to have a huge dick. Let him do the job.
Let him go fuck a Bella Danger.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know how much I don't know how far he progressed. I forgot his porn name, but I don't know.
I was going to ask Jeremy to try to pull it
No,
up.
well, the problem is, because we used to look for it, and we used to know how to find it, but the problem is, you realize not a lot of guys searching for porn by the man's name. If it's not gay porn, there's not a lot of guys going hey, where's Rocco Ferrante?
You try a regular porn site for the dude's name, and the porn site's like, are you sure? What's going on?
there is a guy named Kyle Balls.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I love that guy was just like, oh, you need a stage name in this business? All right, I'll do mine kind of sexual.
Yeah, dude.
Kyle Balls.
And he doesn't have a huge dick either. It's nice for us average guys.
They'll say us, man. I got a pretty big cock.
I know. Brendan's got a big ass
yeah,
piece.
Jesus Christ.
I'm there with you, Jimmy. It's
No,
nice for the
Sam's got a
average
huge
guys,
cock,
you know?
too.
Dude.
No,
All right, dude.
I got a working man's penis.
Yeah, yeah. That's all you need. That's all you need, man. I've said that for years. All you need is a
Love.
thick, long dick. You know, all you need in this life is a thick, long penis and not to go bald. Sam, tell the people that listen to this program, which are few and far between. We just found out. I thought this thing was popular, but where can they find you? Where this will come out next week? What do you got cooking?
I'm on all social media at Really Sam Evans and reallysamevans.com, reallysamevans@gmail if you want to email me. And I have an album called Sweet Baby Boy.
It is wonderful,
available
by the
everywhere.
way.
Thank you.
Buy
Thank
that
you.
shit.
Buy that shit.
He's also on LinkedIn if you're trying to get spit roasted.
What a crude. I don't like this woman. He said,
Yeah.
Approach me more sensually, I say. If
Yeah,
you want-
woo me.
Woo
you know?
me, yeah. If you want me and your husband to fuck you simultaneously, make it sound better than that, you know? I will be the week of Thanksgiving, so Wednesday through Sunday of Thanksgiving, I will be at the St. Charles, Missouri, right outside of St. Louis, Funny Bone. So come out to those shows, and then I'm doing the Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls, New Year's Eve, and the next day. Let's sell that fucking shit out. So Jimmy, what do you got? Oh, by the way, let me fucking tell you something, okay? This is a good podcast. You need to share it with people. We're doing good. We got the 10 for 10. Jimmy's got a lot of stuff happening. He got a new job. We'll talk about that on the Patreon. You need to share this. You need to post it on your social media. We're doing wonders. What we're doing for mental health what, Diego Maradona did for, cocaine. And that's saying it's okay. I don't know. That was... I went down the wrong street. What
Tony Hawk's son is doing for skateboarding, whereas Dad did it way better, but he's fucking good.
Is Tony Hawk's son a good boarder?
He's really good. Yeah, Riley Hawk.
Riley Hawk, man.
Yeah.
I'd love
Riley.
that. Sounds like a girl I'd love to have sex with. But instead, it's Tony Hawk's son, and that's the kind of twists and turns life gives you.
I'll fuck Riley Hawk.
Yeah.
That's our mission, is to fuck Riley Hawk.
Yeah. No, well, stop. What if he doesn't? You were not. It's consensuality.
Yeah, also, is he 18 years old? This might be a boy.
Well, you heard about the Filipino at the beginning of the show, Sam.
Francisco?
That doesn't stop us. It's the consensual.
Yeah. Well, that stops him. Consent isn't for me because I have a gun.
Stop it. Stop, Jimmy.
Jesus
Jimmy. I told you, the guy falls asleep with cigarettes. He's burning up. That's a flammable coat.
I don't actually own a gun. I'm on probation.
He is.
I'll be at the Winchester on I think on Thanksgiving, and then I got December 17th. November 19th and December 17th at Hilarities. We also have some coda dates. It doesn't matter. Follow me on Instagram at Insta Jimmy Graham, Jimmy with an IE. And if you listen to this, send us some emails, man.
Or nudes.
Send us nudes on our email, shitbrainshow@gmail.
Yeah. Shitbrainshow@gmail.com. Thank you, Sam. We love you, buddy.
Sam, dude, you're awesome.
Thanks,
It's so good to see you, man.
Thanks a lot, guys. It's
Over
good to see
now.
both of you.
Podcast over. Shit on.
Shit on and prosper.
Hey guys, it's Brendan. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Shit Brains. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you review it, you rate it, all of that stuff really helps the algorithm. Throw us a follow at Shitbrains Show on Instagram and Twitter, Shitbrains Show on YouTube. You can email us your questions at shitbrainshow@gmail.com. We even have, for you hardcore fans, a Facebook group where you can go and you can chat and meet up with other fans. That's Shitbrains Show on Facebook. So, and then of course, if you really like it and you want some bonus content, we're coming out with a bonus episode every single week, plus a lot of other bonus content. You're going to want to get on there and check it out. Go to patreon.com/shitbrainshow. Later, Shitbrains.